What up, everybody? It's your boy Chris Rush. I feel like I want to make this quick little video, even while I'm in Cub right now, explaining why we are starting to use the term abolitionist and not pro-life. Okay, I want to try to help everyone out because a lot of people in the pro-life movement feels like AHA as an organization, and we're attacking the people who are saying pro-life. Okay, now anyone who knows me, you know I've been saying pro-life Minnesota, been throwing up stuff pro-life this, pro-life that, all right? So the issue is that I'm not so stuck on the term that I'm willing to let it go. And the reason why I believe we need to begin to distinguish between you're saying you're pro-life and you're an abolitionist is this. For one, how many times have we met people who says, oh yeah, I'm pro-life, but you know, in the case of rape, I think it should be accepted. Oh yeah, I'm a pro-life, but I think every woman, I swear I met so many people like this. I'm pro-life, but I think every woman should choose. I'm like, that doesn't, hold on, let me explain to you what it actually being pro-life means. Or we'll have pro-life candidates in the GOP, right? Oh, I'm pro-life with the rape exception. Oh, I'm pro-life. So, and even pro-abortion people say I'm pro-life because they think, you know, they're pro. And who wants to say they're not pro-life? And so this is the distinguisher between pro-life and abolitionist. Abolition clearly says when you say I'm an abolitionist, you're saying I want abortion. Oh, this is the other thing people say. I'm pro-life, but I think it should be legal. Okay? So when you're saying I'm an abolitionist, for one, you're making it clear you want abortion illegal. For two, you're actually saying you're going to do something about it. You know what's really frustrating why I had to do all hands on deck is because there's tons of people who say they're pro-life. There's pastors who would say they're pro-life and all of that, but they're not doing anything about it. It's a moral opinion. It's an opinion that you have, but you're not doing anything. And let me tell you something. That's just as sinful as anything else, because you're saying, well, I believe it's wrong, but I'm not going to do anything about it. And so when you're saying I'm an abolitionist, you're making it clear that not only do I think this thing is wrong, but I think that I'm actually going to work to see it abolished. And so anyway, so I don't know how long I got on this video, but I just needed to, so the issue is don't be so offended at when, oh, they're attacking, why are you guys, you know, there's a needed civil war within the pro-life, the larger pro-life thing, because we need to become unashamed, we need to become immediatists, and when you're saying abolitionist, you're not saying, oh, let's just keep regulating abortion, just cut it down this and cut it down. When you're saying abolition, you're saying this needs to be over now. And guess what? When half the people, just half the people who say they're pro-life begin to demand it now and begin to work towards it now, this thing comes to an end. We're prolonging this because all the people, and I don't want to blame you, but I want to say all you people who say I'm pro-life but you're not doing anything, and then you get mad when AHA calls you out and says, no, you know what, we're tired of being saying pro-life. Are you an abolitionist or not? So I have made a decision to say, of course, I'm not going to get so stickler on the term and lose my mind about if you say you're pro-life. But now I'm going to say, well, are you an abolitionist? Are you going to work to see this thing done? And that's why there's ministries like Pro-Life Action Ministry. They have to actually add the action because there's so many people who say they're pro-life, but they don't go to the clinics. They're not in prayer meetings. They're not holding signs. They're not trying to change the culture, but they have a moral opinion, which that's not enough. Martin Luther King said this. I'm almost quoting him. He says, the hottest places in hell are reserved for those in a moral crisis remain in their neutrality. So people are pro-life, but they're still neutral. I met a Christian leader the other day who said loved Jesus. He loved Jesus. He hated abortion, but when I brought up rape, he was like, well, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? When you're saying abolitionist, you're clearly saying no exceptions, abolish this thing now. So do yourself a favor, if you're pro-life, and you agree with, oh, the other thing is this, is that you believe the gospel is the answer, that Jesus is the answer, preaching the gospel is the answer, and you're not ashamed of that. So if you agree with that the gospel is the answer, you want this thing abolished right away, you're working to see it ended, you're not just having a moral opinion, then guess what? You may be an abolitionist. So just, it's okay, drop the pro-life term and say, I'm an abolitionist. It's all right. And now, of course, you're pro-life when it's okay. Don't lose your mind and cry about it when AHA and they're like, oh, you guys need to stop talking and coming against the church. The church is the reason why abortion continues. Can we just make that clear? The church is the reason why, because they're not doing anything. All right? I'm sorry, I'm a little frustrated when I think about this. All right. Chris Rush, All Hands on Deck Radio, signing off.